So everything has changed, typically. Every single thing. The way we run business, the way we drive business, the way we ensure business, the way we lead business, the way we communicate, convert, persuade, everything has changed. And what really changed about everything? What changed simply is either that we live in an era of content or authority. And what do I mean? You see, let me take it from both an internal and external lens. What do I mean by internal and external lens? From your business, internally, in order to have an efficient and effective business, you need content. What do I mean? You need your NDAs, your appointment letters, your registration letter, your everything, all the formats, your documents, your documentations, or everything. How your business actually works, the content that drives how your system, your staff, your workers, your partners, your distributors, how all those people are going to work with you. You need documents that define that. You need content that define that. You need videos that teach your salespeople how to go about and do sales. You need it's just a content era internally. I talk with my team virtually every time. We said in our group meeting, the majority of the conversation that's going there is just talk and talk and talk. It is content. It is content. The moment you are asking your staff to give you feedback about how sales goes today, what is going on is content. Some people call it data and whatever. Anything you call it, it is content on steroid. Internally, you are generating content. You are telling messages and messagings that are going to inform how your business is going to go forward. Content internally. And then when it comes to external, which I'm talking about your marketing, you're putting the message out there into the world. Like getting every single person on board to know about your business and your brand and your products and your service and your offerings. It's still about content. Your Instagram, your Facebook, your Twitter, your LinkedIn, Google, all of these platforms require content. So we are living in an era of content authority. Notice, CA, content authority. You can't remove any of the two. It's content and authority. You see, content is what we establish your authority in the market. The more you are more documented, the more developer can find your API documentation interesting, available, neat, well collected, in shape. The more they're going to use your tech product. And let me go away from tech. The more businesses find your pay stack providing value, providing information about how to integrate them, how to use them, what solution you offer, and all that, the more people want to work with pay stack for their businesses. It's just a complete era of content. Like, it's content on steroid. Like, we all have to put volumes of content out there in order to bring our business to the realm of profitability. And what do I mean by profitability? All the content I'm talking about, your internal content is to ensure that you have a strong structure internally. It's to inform the fact that people are aware about what to do and what not to do. That's your internal content. But your external content is focusing on the message of the brand. You see, in recent time, we have come to embrace that the people that put out more content than others are the people we should trust and buy from. And what do I mean? Even when we are making a decision between buying MTN and Airtel subscription, I see that the sales guy that was giving me more information about the kind of data we can have, whether it's protected, non-protected, IP restricted, non-IP restricted, within bandwidth. The guy was giving me information about that seems to convey the value thereof that I look for. Although what the service they end up offering look like doesn't necessarily necessitate the fact that its offering matches my demand. What am I saying? I'm not saying Airtel do not give us quality internet service. I'm saying it means all the sweet mouth, all the good stories do not equal what end up being the service. Although it's a quality service that we are enjoying. But what am I saying is the fact that one of the salespersons who giving me quality content was providing this set of information that he believes I need in order to make the proper decision about who to go with. And just because of that, I started to go with Airtel. It doesn't mean it's better than MTN. So what am I saying? We are living in an era of content authority. That is, content in itself. Establish your authority. And then, authority establish your content. What do I mean? You see, we live in an era where you need to create authoritative content. Content that has spoken from a realm of awareness, maybe knowing much more better than the competitor. And even, you see, the point is you first need to even appear yourself, not just know better than the customer, but even better than the competitor. So that way, you should understand the idea of this content authority now. The two works hand in hand. You need to produce content that will establish your authority. At the same time, you need to give authority to your content. So my dear friend, what am I saying? What do I actually want you to do? What are the actionable? What are the next steps? You are already getting this idea of the fact that you need content and you need authority. You see, and the fact that content is even establish your authority. And then the fact that you also need to produce authoritative content. So, bottom line, what you need to do is to start from today and start producing content. Start putting information out there that will separate you from the majority and the vast array of competitors out there that are doing all of this just for traction, just for sales. Yeah, bottom line, we're all looking to make sales. Of course. But I'm telling you, content have proven to be more profitable than just providing advertising and just pitching yourself and just going boom, boom, boom like a beast out there to make money. If you can produce more content to your customer, if you can produce more information than necessary, if you can go ahead and go extra mile telling me the details of using XYZ product of yours, and even showing therefore that this kind of product is not for me. Imagine, will you trust drugs that says this drug is good for all age and good for all conditions and good for all situations? We rarely trust those drugs. But drugs that tell us that this is not good for pregnant woman or this is not good for old age, we can tend to believe that, okay, this kind of product is made for my own kind of gender or for my own kind of age. That's why when you look at drugs, they try to give you a whole lot of content that they know you are not going to read. Why? Because they believe that we establish their authority on the fact that they know exactly who the product is for. So you need to bring similar idea to your business. The reason why I produce this video for you is to establish content authority. To tell you that I can bring your brand strategy, that I can bring ideas that are deeply well thought like this to your business to transform it. And when you look at this message and it brings value thereof to your doorstep, and you understand that you need to start bringing message to your customer, that even Facebook now have a blog and Twitter has a blog. And Tesla have a CEO that tweets about Tesla here. And like, you have to understand that it's about content. And content does not necessarily mean you have to be every time talking about business or business leaders or business leadership or content authority. But then that can be about comic, about informations about your product, about talking to the lives of the people that form the demography of your business. You have access to all of this information. You can provide them. You know so much in the first way. That's why you created your product. You create your service. It is the reason for you to go on and produce content that will establish your authority. Content authority. That's it. That's the message I'm bringing to you. Think about those two words. Content authority. Every single one out there you can see on social media is trying to do that. You don't necessarily need to do their own. What you need to do is to think about the two words. Content authority. How do I become an authority that produces content that give me credibility that therefore I can monetize? Produce content that will give you authority, therefore that you can monetize. That is, when your content convey the fact that you are the go-to trusted authority in your space, then selling to anyone become quite easier. I know at the end of this video, a lot of people will reach out to me and say, Elon, what idea do you have for my business? This is what I do, and how can you help me? So now, even this single one video is shooting at establishing my content authority. So think about it. What message do you need to take out there right now to give you this content authority? My friend, let's meet on the other side. Let's meet where you discuss another thing. But right now, what I want you to go think about is that what are the message you need to take to the space that will establish your content authority. Let's meet on the other side. Thank you.